Okay, so I may or may not get anybody back. And I am very sorry for that. I don't have any idea what happened just now. Oh boy, technology. Anyway, I'm going to do the best I can. If I lost you, then jump back on and watch the replay if you have to. I'm very sorry. I do not know what happened. So this video that I'm doing is a part 2 because something happened. I don't know what happened. Hey Deb, yes, I'm back. I don't even know. Oh Lord. And when this happens, I never get the same response in the second video. But this is part 2. There's a video right before this that shows you what I'm actually doing. And I apologize, guys. There's all this new stuff on Facebook pages. And hey, Wendy, goodness. Oh, hey, Kristen. All right, everybody. All right, so we've put our black wax on here. And now I'm going to take just a clean rag and I'm going to wipe it back. And I would not be able to wipe it back as easy as this if I had not sealed it first. So I'm wiping back what I want to keep, and what I don't want to keep, I just take it off. Okay. And you can see I am not being gentle, and the Seaspray is not even budging. It's on there. Okay, so that's my black. And now I'm going to add, hey Wilma, I'm going to add some brown to soften that look. So I'm using my French tip from Dixie Belle, and I'm going to add some to my tip of my brush. And I'm going to wipe it back in my lid, just so that we get them in the bristles and it's not all sitting on top. And I'm just going to go in here with the brown, and I'm going to come to the left of where I added the black. Okay, and I'm going to come down and get the shadow coming down here. And my Seaspray comes all the way down here, so I'm going to just come on down. I'm going to take my rag again and start wiping it back. Okay, and I'm going to show y'all with the clear how you can kind of erase your wax if you don't want it on there. Okay. So now we have Crackle in here. Let me bring this up. I'm afraid to touch my phone. So we have Crackle in here that's showing the dark underneath, because it's hard to get your wax in the cracks, and so that's why I do dark underneath it. Now I'm going to show you kind of right in here how we can erase a little bit of that with the clear. So I'm putting a little bit of clear on my rag. It looks white, but it dries clear, just so that you know. And I'm coming in here with the white, and I'm just going to pull it back. I'll probably add some of this back, but I'm just showing y'all how I can do this. And you know, sometimes it takes a little bit more muscle to get this off. But I'm just coming in here and just kind of taking off what I don't want. I kind of like how much is on there, but I'm just doing this for purposes of entertainment. But you can see now that this is clear. Okay. And so now we have our black on the edges, and I'm going to add a little bit more black up here. And then I'm going to add some dirt. I'm going to show y'all. I'm just very lightly hitting that. Okay. All right. So, hey guys, I'm so glad everybody showed back up. Most everybody. Okay. So now we have our black wax and our brown wax and a little bit of clear to take that off. Now I'm going to show y'all what happens when you add dirt. Okay, so I'm going to dip it in here, tap it a little bit, okay. With the clear, you remove it. So I'm just showing how you can use it as an eraser. I may go back and add some more of the black and the brown after once I step back and look at it, but for now, I'm just demonstrating how you can use clear to remove it if you feel like you have too much. Okay, so now I've got my dirt, and I'm just going to come in here with my dirt. Okay, and do you see how soft that is? Okay, how much softer that is than the wax. And the wax grabs your dirt, and the wax kind of molds into, not molds, but it kind of becomes part of the wax. My problem is I forget to put something under the dirt to kind of catch it. But I love the dirt because it's dirt and it looks natural. It looks like a natural catching when you have an old piece. You see how soft that looks compared to just the wax itself? So I won't use, I guess I could use, I'll use a little bit of dirt up there and see what it looks like. I try to use the dirt in areas where it would naturally accumulate. Just to kind of soften it up like that. Now let's do this area here. I'm going to show you, this does not have any crackle on it, this area here, and it's got less Seaspray. So this is a little less crunchy looking. I don't know what's up with, I'm afraid to touch my phone. I can't see your comments very well, so I'm just going to leave it alone. When you leave a comment, you can leave a comment. If I don't answer it right now, I'll answer it after the video is over, okay? So I've got my black. I'm not going to go back in with my black just yet. I'm going to go ahead and use what's on my brush. Okay, well there's not enough, so I'm going to have to go in with it. I thought I had more left on there. And I'm going to go along. And you can already see that this does not have as much texture. It's a lot softer than this drawer. And I kind of tend to be one of those people that likes things to be even and stuff. So on this piece, I'm really trying to get away from that. Again, this would not come off this easy if it didn't have a sealer on it. See how that's much softer than this because I have less Seaspray on there to grab it. Okay, and now I'm going to go back in with my brown. I love the two of these colors together because they just, the brown to me gives almost, it's almost like a shadow of the black. I don't know if that's the right way to explain it. I was laughing with Kristen last night because I was like, okay, well, it's a white dresser. Because everybody's like, you should paint white because it sells faster. All right, well, it's white. I can't help it that it looks all grungy. I just can't do plain white. I don't know why. I just can't do it. I'm trying to see the comments. Thanks you, Andrea. Thanks, Yvonne. Okay, yeah, y'all just talk to each other, and I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so this is a much lighter looking drawer, obviously, than this one. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm going to just add a little bit of dirt to this corner right here, because this is where I would, you know, imagine dirt accumulating. And you can see when I rub it, it doesn't come off. I mean, the wax grabs the dirt and it just keeps it right where you would imagine it would lay. And I added a little bit of wax here. Now, if you wanted to add just dirt and you don't want a colored wax underneath it, you could use the clear wax, okay? So the clear wax can add as a glue for your dirt if you want to just use dirt. You don't have to use colored wax. You can also use, in fact, what I normally use for dirt is the clear, the Easy Peasy wax, the spray wax. It works wonderfully for the dirt. Now see, I kind of want, this doesn't have Seaspray on it, so I'm going to take a little bit of clear and try and kind of make this a little less smooth. I'm just going to take some of it off. I've got some in there. Let me get my screwdriver. It's my screwdriver. I have a screwdriver somewhere to open the, oh, there it is. I got a little bit of wax there in the crack, so I'm going to see if I can get this to draw open a little bit. Get it off. Okay. So what I did there is I just kind of took off a little bit there just to kind of break up the monotony. This was kind of a too smooth look. I don't want it to look smooth pretty much anywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this little, let's see, let's look over here. Thank you, Michelle. I'm going to do this one here. This has got a big chunk of Seaspray right here, so it should have a good look to it. So first I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with black, and I'm just going to go in with the black. And I have a little bit of Seaspray here. It's very light, but it's there. Okay? And then I have a little bit of Crackle right there in the middle, but it's actually a little bit smooth right there. You can't really control your Crackle, so if you're really type A, Crackle is probably not going to be your friend, because once it starts cracking, you cannot control where it cracks. Okay, so now I've got my black on the bottom, and I'm going to bring my, there's Crackle and, Seaspray and fluff all up in here. So I'm going to take my brown and just kind of smush it in there. And for those of you that don't know, smush is a technical term. Seaspray's Crackle, I didn't see put it. Okay, so Penny, check the beginning. I didn't actually add it to the piece during the video because I was a little nervous to do it live. But I showed the products, and if you go on my website, I do have videos where I've used all of these products and showed you how to use them. But if there's a question that you have about how to use them or whatever, please just private message me, and I'm happy to direct you either to a video, or we can live, we can do like a FaceTime, and I can show you how to do it that way too. So I have, now can y'all see this little line right here? This looks like maybe I missed some of the fluff with a top coat. Do you see how it's caught that right there? This little line right here. Now to me, in my very type A personality, this doesn't look natural to me. This looks like there was paint there and I missed it with the clear coat. So I'm going to use the clear wax and try to get some of this off right here, just because I don't think it looks natural. Someone, a customer might look at this and think that doesn't look like anything to me. It looks fine, but for my eyes, I don't want it to look like this was placed on there. I want everything to look like it naturally occurred. So now it's gone. You see how it just disappeared? So that's what I mean by if you don't top coat it first, you get a grab. It'll grab your wax, and you need clear wax to get it off. Again, I'm just going to use clear wax to kind of buff this out so it's not so solid. Sometimes you have to use some muscle to get it off. This does have some Seaspray in this crevice right here, so it's got some texture to it. Okay. Now, this right here, that's okay, Penny. Absolutely, just ask any questions. I don't care. I'm very open to helping. I like to help. I love to teach. So now I'm just kind of going back in and just until I like the way it looks. I'm going to very gently take this off until I like the way it looks. You know, this kind of a technique is really hard for someone like me to do because it is not, you know, a solid color. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of dirt down here. I just like to imagine where everything falls. I'm going to use this rag because it'll get everywhere if I don't. And I'm actually going to bring this down a little bit, I think. See? And we have different colored. We have ash, charcoal, and earth, and the dirts. This charcoal is one of the dark, I think it's the darkest one, and then earth is a little bit more brown, and ash is a little bit more gray. They all kind of, they look like they come from the earth. So they all look very natural as far as dirt is concerned. I'm just going to highlight that chunk right there. I kind of like that chunk. Just like that. And I'll do the keyhole here and then I'll let y'all go for the second time. So this keyhole, I added Crackle to it, but I didn't do the dark color underneath. I did Crackle and then I added the Seaspray, and it did crack it a little bit. So I'm just going to do, there's Seaspray all the way down to here. Again, just kind of experimenting with things. So I'm just going to smush this. And when I'm off video, I'll be doing, you know, I'll get these whole areas. I'm just giving y'all an idea of what. So I'm just imagining crusty, yucky, and then kind of rub it back a little bit. And you can kind of see, you can see where it's grabbing more of the wax, and that's most likely where there's less top coat involved, clear coat. Okay? Which I'm not angry with that. I like it. It's not, so I've got a little bit of Seaspray down here. So I'm going to grab some clear and just tidy up these edges so that you can't really see where my brush stopped. Just going to kind of make it a little bit less even. And I'm going to soften this up. See how it just softened that big splotch? And then I'm going to go over this because I want this to be, I want the crusty part to be light in color. Okay. And now I'm going to add a little bit of brown. Okay, and I'm actually going to add dirt to that too because I imagine keyhole would collect a lot of yucky. And you can kind of see like where it's not grabbing the dirt. I probably didn't get wax down in there. Now on one of my last videos I showed how you can take your spray, easy peasy spray wax, and put it in a plate and add your dirt, and then you can paint it on, like where you, if you wanted it to be more very precise. But of course this piece we are not looking for it to be precise at all. So that is how I'm going to be doing this piece. I will post pictures when I'm done. If you are watching on the replay and you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Again, I'm happy to answer any questions. I always go back after the videos, at least for a few days. And if for whatever reason you're watching the replay, you ask a question and it doesn't get answered, please private message me, because Facebook has a new thing called Business Suite. Excuse me, and there are a lot of pages that are not getting their notifications. So thank you, Kristen. Yes, Penny. So just, you might check the first video and then jump on the second video, and I'll edit the first one so people know that it's not the, well, I don't know what I did. I mean, I literally just touched the screen and it went boop and it was gone. But if you don't get a question answered, please private message me and I will be happy to help. So with that being said, I'm going to keep working on this, and then that piece over there, I'm hoping to do a live. It's going to be a lot simpler. I'm not going to be doing this type of look. It's huge. I don't really want to do this over the whole thing. I got paint on my face. I'm going to use glaze, I believe, on that one, but I don't have any glaze here at the house. So I need to pick some up from the shop on Monday, and then we'll do that. Thank you, Penny. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys have a beautiful Saturday evening and a blessed Sunday, and I will probably catch you Monday evening when we're working on that big guy there. All right? Thank you so much. God bless. Bye.